Alright guys, today we're going to talk about rope climbs. So the goal with rope climbs is obviously to get up to the top of the rope as fast as possible with the least amount of pulls. So there's a lot of different ways that you can climb the rope, but this is, I guess, a way, my 2 cents, into the most efficient way for rope climbing. So the first thing that you want to think about is your foot placement. So your foot placement is important because it allows you to use your legs to support your body weight, so that not all of the weight as you're pulling and doing your rope climbs is going to be in your arms. So I call this a J-hook. So a lot of you might be familiar with it. So this is a J-hook. Rope placement. So whichever leg you want closest to the rope, that's going to be on top. Doesn't matter. That's going to be more about personal preference. You can play around, see which one works best for you. I like it on the right side. So from here, rope's going to go to the right side. That bottom foot is going to come underneath the rope. Notice that it's placed at the base of my ankle, right about the top of my shoelaces. From there, that bottom foot, you want to point the toe up towards the ceiling. This kind of locks it in place when you go in to clamp that foot here. So J-hook because it looks like the letter J. You don't want to have that toe pointing down. You actually don't want to have either of your toes pointing down, because then it's just going to cause slippage with your feet. You're not going to be able to get a good grasp on the rope. Again, so what that looks like here, clamp. From there, you should be able to stand and have a good base. So best way to get comfortable with this is just practice from a standing position, and then just clamp and stand. And so here, clamp, stand. I can support my weight and then move my arms as needed up and down the rope. So that is your foot placement. The next big key here after foot placement is going to be your pull. Okay, so the pull should happen 1 with the arms, 2 with the legs. So your goal is to try to get your feet as close to your hands as possible. Okay, this will hopefully decrease the number of pulls that it takes for you to get up the rope. So from here, once you've got your stand, you're going to pull, thinking about it, maybe similar movement to maybe a knees to elbow, okay, or a toes to bar, very similar movement. So as I pull, I'm driving my knees up into my chest and then finding that J-hook. So that's why it's important to get really comfortable with the J-hook. The rope should always stay to the same side. So if you're doing this correctly, there shouldn't be a whole lot of movement in the rope. You should be able to easily keep it to whichever side you started on. Just finding your footwork is going to be the next big piece. So again, when you're pulling, there's a slight bend in the elbow. Think about trying to pull your knees into your elbows. Good. From there, I find my feet. I stand as I walk my hands up. And that, guys, is your rope climb.